Welcome to the Whiskey Chasers, where we talk about our passion for whiskey and its history, either amongst ourselves or while interviewing distilleries, all while enjoying a glass. I'm Steve.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
Please enjoy responsibly while enjoying this week's episode of the Whiskey Chasers.
Next up, Elijah Craig.
We've done a couple of different bottles of Elijah Craig on this podcast.
We've done all bourbons. We've never done a rye.
Okay.
I don't think we've done a rye.
I think I agree. I think we did.
The first rye that they came out with, Chris and I said, middle finger F you, Elijah Craig, this sucks.
Who said that?
Chris and I, because
Okay.
it was barely a rye. It was the sweetest shit you've ever found for a rye. It tasted nothing like a rye.
For the Elijah Craig rye, yeah.
It was so disappointing.
Right. Which this is barely a rye.
Right.
And so-
But then they did, I don't know if you guys remember last year for the club cookout, I found myself an Elijah Craig toasted rye that had just come out. We opened that thing and I never had anything left after that day.
We went through the whole thing.
People went crazy for it. Guys in the club, wives went crazy for it. This is the first release of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye. The very first one.
This is the first one they came out with.
First one they ever came out
So
with.
it's an older bottle.
2020. No, this is 2025.
2025.
They've only released two of them, 2026 and 2025, because they don't know if this will work. That's been the assumption is it's a hit or miss.
What's the normal proof point of a barrel proof Elijah Craig?
Well, they vary.
No, what was okay?
Sure,
So
they do vary. but
what's
what
the
do you-
lowest
like,
you've ever
what's-
seen, Chris?
127?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 108 for the
Oh.
rye.
Yeah, that's
What?
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I just saw that on
That's
there.
I've seen them go all the way up to 140 something.
Yeah. So 108 is a little weak, to be honest.
I mean, if you ain't first, you're last. Shake and bake, baby.
It is Elijah Craig rye.
Yep.
No age statement. Well, no, I take that back. It does give an age statement on the front.
Okay.
Again, very first one they ever did. Straight rye, uncut, straight from the barrel. A925, 108 proof,
What is it? 8,
12 year,
12
3
year.
months.
Okay.
So again, this is the first of two that they've done. It makes me wonder if they just had extra shit laying around that they had to get rid of. I mean, after 12 years, how good is the rye? But here's what drives me insane. Is their rye isn't 12 years old. They've been holding on to the rye, the Elijah Craig rye, before putting out for years in order to put out a 12-year-old rye.
Yeah.
Because it just came out in the market, maybe 4 years ago? It's not older than the podcast.
No.
It came out after the club got started.
What?
The rye, the Elijah Craig rye.
Just their rye. Yeah.
Because they did the toasted barrel and then they came out with the rye after the toasted, and the toasted barrel came out the very first year of the club, because we had the toasted barrel for one of the unicorn bottles.
The toasted was always received well.
But
by people.
That toasted barrel bourbon had just come out like the first year of the club. That's the first year they released it.
Yeah.
So the rye came after that. So we have not been around for 12 years, and this is a 12-year-old rye. How long have they been holding on to the rye and not releasing it?
12 years, apparently.
Right, 12 years more. Like,
I think they have stuff sitting back that they have no idea what they're going to do with it until they decide what they're going to do with it sometimes.
I mean, you would think that they probably thought about that. I mean, they had the barrel proof
Right.
stuff.
They
Barrel
had it
proof
sitting
does
there for a
well
while.
them. I could see where they're like, you know what, I should probably maybe think about this.
Yeah.
But man, I'm kind of hung up on that proof point though.
Yeah.
How can you get a barrel proof whiskey 12 years old and have it only be 108 proof?
Yeah.
Well, it aged down. It aged down.
Water leaves first.
So the very first Elijah Craig barrel pick that we ever had was from Bristol. And that was almost a 12-year-old bourbon, but that was at like 132, 136.
Yeah.
And that was barrel proof.
Well, I'm just saying there are.
Are they
Like
watering?
the only one that I know of is Cascade Hollows. So Cascade Hollows.
Are they watering this down as they go? That's a thing. Texas does it.
Yeah, you don't get to do that, and it would also mess it up. You don't put water in a barrel as it's aging.
It's slow proofing is what it's called. It is a thing.
Oh, slow proof. Okay, I have
You
heard
add
of
but
water
that's something you usually just close.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you? So are they putting it in real low?
They're putting it in low, I guess. But I was going to say Cascade Hollows ages down, so 12 years makes
But
sense.
they also put it in the Cascade Hollow puts it in underground. They're not putting theirs
They're
underground.
like one of the only ones that age down. It proofs down as it ages. But
So they've got to put it in a low proof.
they got to be putting it at a low proof, and it's slowly aging up. That's the only thing I can think of. But still, at 12 years, you think it would be aged?
That would be.
You think it'd be proofed up a little bit more than that? Well, we're also smoking.
Yeah, what are we smoking?
We're smoking Stonehenge.
That's right. You gave it to me.
Yes. So which we've had on the podcast before. Such a good tobacco. No longer made. No longer in production. Hoping some point they come back out with it. It's such a good tobacco. I think it'll go good with the Elijah Craig. If anything, it'll be a pleasurable experience.
So Elijah Craig Rye enters the barrel at 125 proof.
Well, then how is it proofed down?
I don't know. That's
got to be. It's got to be proofing down as it ages. That's the only thing I can come up with.
So they say A925 came out as 108. That's not right.
I mean, apparently it is. That's
usually
what we got.
happens when barrels age on a lower, cooler floor of the rick house.
That's exactly what I said.
But not
For
we're not
12 years?
underground for 12
No,
years.
maybe
Like,
maybe it's far enough down that it's enough.
So they corrected themselves. In 2026 release, it's 120.4 proof. That makes more sense.
They're picking it. So here's it.
So the next release of this,
The very next release, they're like, "Oh shit, we did it too
is
low. We're gonna go up
126.
120."
But you don't get to make that decision, though. You can't say that because this is 1 year later, but you made the decision 13 years ago.
Right.
I think that they didn't make the decision 13 years ago. I think that they had these barrels from a specific spot in the rick house and we're like, let's do it. We're going to come out with this. This is what it's going to be.
Was it a specific? Did they know this ahead of
maybe
time?
we should go higher.
See 108. How did you even achieve that though? Like
They
that's
must have.
the thing.
That's what they must have had some barrels sitting in a weird spot or something.
Like it doesn't really like it's not science for me.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how the science works.
Okay, so
Physics.
Right. Molecules and stuff.
we talked about this idea of larger companies going, "Oh shit, we have too much product. We got to put shit out." Right?
Yeah.
Is this them? Is this going? We have too much product, and if we let it sit for longer, it's going to turn bad. We tested it out 1 year. We didn't release anything but one for the year, which is unusual for Heaven Hill Barrel Proof. The second year, they went, "We heard you. It was too low. Now we're gonna go higher. Maybe lower age, but higher proof."
Like the only thing I can think of is that Elijah Craig doesn't do hardly anything at a low proof.
They
Like,
don't.
nothing is at a low proof. So they found this barrel and we're just like, oh shit, we can't proof this down. Like
what are we gonna do with it? Yeah.
I guess we're gonna do a barrel proof, I guess. But
When they can't proof it up, they can't proof it down.
right.
He could proof it down and make it like an 80 proof something, I guess. But
Give it to Heaven Hell to make something else out of.
what's crazy is this even drinks less than in 108.
I haven't tried it yet.
I'll save my comment so far.
Here, I'm gonna try it before I smoke.
A126 is actually younger than the one we're having right now by a year. So it's 11 years versus 12, but higher proof than we're talking 12 points higher proof wise. I mean, heck, how old is that Parker's Heritage that I have? 10 years? And that one's close to 130?
Yeah, I would say so.
And that's Heaven Hill. What did we do wrong?
I mean, I don't know. Every time you get a barrel proof that's been aged for a significant amount of time, it's usually super proofy. So I don't know. Other than Cascade Hollows, which was like 15 years old and 80 or like 89 proof.
So was this a money grab?
Like I said, I just don't know if they can do anything with a barrel that like.
It's hard, right? The question's hard. So before you answer, Steve, you sent me a podcast episode to listen to from someone else. They talked about the Prohibition era. They talked about the decline of bourbon back in the day and the struggle to come back up. And it started out with Seagram's being the thing they looked at, the big distillery. And back then, we're talking what, 20s, 30s?
Prohibition was the 20s, so right after that.
So there was 4 or 5 major distilleries at that point. Do you want to know who was a craft distillery at that point?
All the big names from
Heaven
today.
Hill and Beam were craft distilleries, no namers at that point.
That's crazy. Which is crazy.
Yeah. So they were craft distilleries right before Prohibition. It makes a little bit more sense now that this may be a money grab. Because now we've gone through generations of, think of if you've had grandparents that went through the Depression or had family that went through the Depression, their childhood was very different. Their family, they had the mindset of, we finish everything. Nothing goes to waste. Another generation after that, or 2 generations after that, it is everything goes to waste. Why would we use this?
Work like consumers.
Yep. Yes. So have we gone past that generation that says we have to hoard what we have? And this is a passion because we went through Prohibition. We were young guys, no-namers at that time, to now we have it all and we see the money. So we jumped the gun and now we're Seagrams at this point.
So I'm going to say it's not a money grab.
Okay.
And also say for the same reason we were talking about earlier from that podcast. So the name of that podcast is called Whiskey Lore.
I didn't remember. It was Lore something. I remember Lore. But.
Yeah, Whiskey Lore. And it's a great podcast. After you listen to ours, you should listen to theirs.
It's very much like a storied history. It
is. And
one guy reading a book.
He writes books also. So he has books written about different eras. His last book was about Tennessee whiskey. I have not read any of them, but they're on my to be read. But anyway, in this we were talking, and he was talking about whether or not we're about to hit another Depression era of whiskey. We disagree. So does he. That we're not going to go into that. One of the reasons you said that we're not going to is because we have so much stuff sitting in rick houses. Yeah. Like they are filled to the brim. To the point where like there's no more room to put them. Like that's where our issue is. So I don't think this is a money grab. I think this is a space clearing grab.
That's exactly. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, right. We need a new name, a new bottle, because we need some hype. To get rid of these barrel bottles.
So I would agree. It is space clearing, but that aspect frustrates me. Coming from Watershed and Cedar Ridge, where they don't have the space to begin with, let alone the product.
I mean, here's my thing. This is my defense. If we made something, if we made a product and we made so much product and we didn't know what to do and we had clear ideas for most of it, but there's going to be some product we end up putting in a corner somewhere. And 12 years down the line, we're going through our inventory because it is a problem. We're like, oh man, we still have those things in the corner. Like, what are we going to do with those? Let's come up with an idea and get rid of these.
Yeah. Also,
that's what it is.
It's 12 years old.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's young.
It's not junk stuff.
It's not junk.
Yeah.
And it's a unique bottle. Right. It's a barrel proof 12-year-old bottle at 108 proof. Yeah. Like, that's a weird bottle.
I just don't think there's anything malicious. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying we have product. We need to get rid of it. Let's market it and get rid of it. There's nothing wrong with that. People do that in other venues and other types of products and things, not just bourbon. People do it with all sorts of stuff. Yeah. It's extra inventory. Does it change? Repackage, change it. Get rid of it.
Does it change the passion of the reason behind why we started whiskey? Why
to release a very unique 12-year-old barrel proof
Do you
whiskey?
think the people that distilled it and barreled it at 12 years ago had any less passion than they do now, or with the products that turned out great? No. Even if you distill a dud and it sucks, was the passion not there? You might have crap product, but that doesn't mean the passion wasn't there. The point of it's there, right? Like, I think sometimes you just have a bad. It's just like Iron Vault would say, like one day it was great and we tried it, and the next day it was junk. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean the passion wasn't there.
So I'm assuming
they're still going to sell that stuff too.
No, I look at this and I look at Iron Vault, I look at Cedar Ridge, I look at Watershed, and I look at them. I look at Liberty Pole. They're fighting to figure out how to take our passions further so that we could be out there more. And then I look at people like Sazerac. The biggest ones are probably Sazerac and Heaven Hill, that they saw people want this. Let's add on, to the point where they added on so much to where now they're going, oh shit, we have too much. Now we just have to get rid of to make space for more.
Well, that's America. That's capitalism. That happens.
But does that, I get that, but does that change the purpose behind why whiskey got its start?
I don't think so. I think you're being successful, and you might have gotten too big for your britches, and things happen. You know, shit happens. You know, like I just don't think that working your ass off and having an excess of inventory that you now are going to have to figure out what to do with is a problem with ethics. I just think it's a problem with I have too much shit and I need to do something with it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I would say that if Liberty Pole had the space and the means, they also would have overproduced.
Right. Yeah, because they're passionate.
Heaven Hill had the space and the means.
I think if anything,
at the right time.
If it shows anything, they're more passionate because that's a gamble. Yeah. You're utilizing resources that you for a future promise of being able to sell it. Yeah. Because that's an investment, right? And if it doesn't, what are you going to do? Dump it? Were they going to dump these 12-year-old barrels down the drain? No, they used them. They sold them. They marketed them. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Yeah. The intent, I'm fine with. The whiskey itself, not that great.
It's
not
okay.
that great.
It's okay. It's
this
okay.
This is a swing and a miss.
This is a huge whiff. This is hey, you might get a 12-year-old a bottle for some pretty cheap price.
I'm confused as hell. I don't understand how this bottle exists.
It's a unicorn.
I don't. That's the part of this that makes this. I'm mad at it. What I'm really mad at is that I want to try the next one. That's really what pisses me off a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
Because this is an outlier. It's 108 proof. Yeah. The next one that comes out is 126.
120.6.
120.6. So that's up to your normal. Still, yeah. That's what I expect.
This is an albino deer. Because it's like not much to look at. Yeah. But they are pretty damn unique.
It might be like an albino doe. You're like, what the?
You know what I mean? With yeah, you don't see albino deers very often. You do, you're like, that thing's terrifying and majestic, but also not like it's not a unicorn. You know what I mean? It's not something special. It's just something different. You're like, that thing's got red eyes and white skin. That's not normal.
This is instead of finding a mermaid, you find old Greg.
Old Greg, yeah, yeah, old Greg. Yeah, that's right, old Greg. Or this is finding a mermaid and finding out that they actually do look weird. Not like like the. You seen those videos? And you're like, this is what a mermaid would look like, and you're like, ooh, brother. Like, no, I don't want any part of that. Yeah, I don't want any part of that.
So yeah, there's we're gonna. I think there's more to talk about it, but yeah, the liquid inside is weird. It's thin.
It's thin for 12 years.
So yeah, very thin and for 12 years old.
Like,
no, once again, no daggone finish.
No finish. It's twice in a row we've had no finish.
I know. We're gonna have to drink something else. Well, thankfully we did try something else earlier that did have a pretty okay finish on it. But yeah, for these bottles, a little lacking in that.
Very lacking.
Yeah.
Tobacco's good.
Tobacco's great. Yeah, I'm confused by it. I'm a little bit angry with it.
But I don't think they were deceiving. They're not deceiving us. They're not.
I'm not mad at Elijah Craig for doing it. Yeah. I'm more curious on how the hell they did.
How did this come about?
Yeah. How did this happen? Is really what and I am curious on why you decided to release this as a barrel aged product instead of just watering it down, adding it to something else.
They could have done something else with it, but it's 12
Whatever
years.
Else.
They probably didn't want to mess with it too much because it's 12 years. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have just added little portions of it to something else and called those products 12 years. You know how you get around that? You know, you add a little bit of a 12-year-old, all of a sudden it's all 12. It's all 12 years old. Yeah. It would have probably gotten a lot farther with it.
But yeah, I'm not angry with them for releasing the product. This is very much on par with what Elijah Craig does. It is a barrel proof.
There's not much they could have
It's
done
a
with it.
rye. They've never done a barrel proof rye before.
No.
That was the new portion of it.
I
But
didn't
it
think
was
they'd done
in
barrel
line
picks
with
for the
what
rye.
they do. Yeah. And are they doing it because rye is coming up? You guys have said rye is coming up.
But, well,
it's coming up.
okay.
It's been coming up.
It's been coming up.
Yeah.
Chris, you're a big rye guy like me. Is this a rye you would seek after?
On paper, yes. Well, maybe not the 108 part. But everything other, if you said, hey, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye, what do you think? I'd be like, yes. Sounds good. Sounds great. Right?
$80?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
For Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So,
But when you say 12 years, I'm like, oh yeah, for $80, you better believe it. Then you say 108, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. But I'm still on board. And then I try it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why it's $80. You know, it could have been even less. But the thing is, they're selling it. I guarantee they're selling it.
it's gone.
So it's a great investment for them. You know what I mean? Like they made money. So ultimately, it's success. You know.
Steve, as a guy getting into rye, is this
a little bit? Yeah.
Is this one you would go after?
No. Again, the bottle, not trying it. Yes.
Yeah, on paper, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, for sure. Elijah Craig is good at this kind of thing. They do barrel proof. They do all that stuff. I've had their rye. I like their rye.
You did like their rye.
Yeah.
We kind of crapped on it, but
again, I'm new to rye, which means I don't want to punch. Right. Elijah Craig rye is probably right up my alley because it's only 51% rye.
Slap and tickle.
A rye.
It's not.
So because of that, like this is an entry level rye. That's what Elijah Craig is in general. So because of that, yeah, I'm on board. But man, that low, what's the proof point on their normal rye?
94, maybe
94. They don't even add that much water to it.
It wouldn't take much. You might be right. It might be 92.
I think it might be 94, 92, somewhere in there. I think 94.
So this is just barely higher than.
Even getting a 12-year-old for $80 is sounds like a great deal. You know, it's just not.
Like I said, this bottle is just a letdown. It
really
didn't work out.
Yeah.
What you're expecting is not what you're getting.
It just didn't work out. Yeah,
it just didn't work out.
There's nothing about this that's when you sip it. There's nothing about this that says 12 years. Yeah. There's nothing about it that says rye because it's already kind of like you said, an entry level rye, and there's nothing about it that says barrel proof. Yeah. So what is it? Yeah. It's an expensive so and so. I guess I don't know. Well,
but you're also
for $80. So
you know, you're coming at it as someone that loves rye. You and I love rye.
But Steve just kind of likes rye. He likes rye, but he's not
fine.
Right.
He's still kind of like
entry. You're kind of entry. You're not at the entry level anymore. You're slightly above.
Yeah, I would say you're a journeyman there. There, Steve.
Yeah, journeyman.
Yeah, you're a craft rye guy. Yeah. You're not entry. You're craft rye.
No longer
apprentice. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah, you're definitely in the thick of it.
Yeah, like I appreciate rye. It's not something I generally reach out for, but I appreciate it.
But you're knee deep.
I know what I'm looking for.
This is not something you're gonna grab again. This bottle.
This exact bottle. It's drying it now.
I want to try I want to try 120 proof.
I was gonna say, has this bottle tainted the next experience for you?
No.
It's made me want to get it more. So.
I think really?
Yeah.
Again, a little bit. It makes me want the next one
because I want to make sure that's not just.
This is for me, and this is going to be controversial, and I think you're going to be really upset with this, Chris. Okay. And I apologize.
This is going to be great.
But here we go. For me, this bottle, this glass, is Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Oh,
how? Wait,
because Indiana Jones Temple of Doom is for me my least favorite of the originals.
Oh yeah, that is controversial.
I know. I feel like you like that one a lot.
I do like that one a lot.
See, I dislike that one. But the third one for me is the best one. But so because of that, this bottle is I've had Elijah Craig before. Right. I've experienced Indiana Jones, Ark of the Covenant. Yeah. and I enjoy it. Yeah. And so I went thinking, you know what? I'm going to really like Temple of Doom. This is going to be great. And then I was like, you know what? This is no good. I don't like this at all.
But it's not terrible.
And then
like, you'd watch it if it was on.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's better than the next.
If you're clicking through
4 and 5.
Yeah, if you're clicking through. Now, for me, I love it.
Chris, like, if this is porn for me, it's fine. Right. I'm not going to get it again. Yeah, but
for me, Temple. So Indiana Jones has there's a certain thing that I'm looking for in Indiana Jones. And 2 does not have that. So it's you went too mystical. You went away from archaeology and you went into supernatural.
Kalima.
I love it, dude. I love that one. Dr. Jones. I just love that one, dude.
So when I'm thinking about this, the next battle of this, I'm hoping, is Last of the Crusades, because that one, I think, is going back to what it should be. Okay. It's 120 proof.
Can we agree that Temple of Doom is way better than that one with Shia LaBeouf, though?
Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually...
That's not even in the same realm
Indiana Jones is an odds series. Yeah. The first, the third, the fifth.
Which one's the fifth?
The fifth one is the Dial of Destiny.
Is that the one where they kind of
new one that went real CGI?
I watched it, super CGI.
I actually didn't mind it though. It was only CGI for that one part where he went young.
Yeah,
but
other than that, it was okay.
Other than that, I actually did enjoy that movie. I liked that one quite a bit. I liked that one better than Temple of Doom.
Well, okay, let's do this. Best Back to the Future. Which one?
Back to the Future?
Yeah, best one. I mean, this is a tough question.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know that I've watched any of them all the way through.
I think the first one is going to be mine.
I think I would agree.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the third one. It's when they go back to the Old West. But I feel like the third one is probably my second favorite, and then the second one's my least favorite.
I'm 100%. Yeah, 100%. The same. Yeah. That first one is special.
Yeah,
it's just right. So special.
Yeah.
It's just.
Sorry to go on a movie tangent, but I just saw something. It was a TikTok, but it was a guy, and he was like, the exposition of a movie is like figuring out your background and stuff and doing all that. The first movie has the best exposition of any movie out there, because the whole thing is Marty wants to get laid. He's with his girlfriend.
That's really what it comes down to.
And then she comes up and shakes this thing in his face to save the clock tower and gives him a flyer. He goes back in time and he has the flyer in his pocket. And it's written with her phone number and the I love you were written on the back, which is the only reason he kept it. Because he's a kid. He's not going to remember any of that shit.
He's just planning to go on for the weekend. Remember that? He's going up to go camping or whatever. Yeah.
He's not going to remember anything about this clock tower. And like trying to remember that, it's going to strike midnight on this day. He doesn't know any of that shit. He doesn't care. He's trying to get laid. That's his only goal. But he went back in time and he had that flyer. So he didn't have to remember anything. As a character, it worked out perfect. Because if he would have had to remember, wait a minute, the clock tower is going to get struck at midnight tonight. Like, that wouldn't make any sense. He wouldn't know that.
Right.
He wouldn't care.
Not his character. He doesn't care about that.
His character doesn't care about that.
He barely makes it to class.
So he took back the flyer, and that's the only reason it worked, and it works out perfect. Yeah. It all makes sense.
The whole movie was written just perfect.
It was. It's a great movie. So yeah, this bottle for me is Temple of Doom. It lacks, but I've seen the first one.
Is it as bad as Crystal Skull?
I do like it. It is not, but that doesn't work for my metaphor.
I just hate to hear Temple of Doom like drug through the mud.
Yeah, it is better than Crystal Skull is the worst one.
Yeah, that is so bad. It's not even in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
No, doesn't count. I never watched it all. I quit halfway through. I was like, I can't do this.
I watched it all the way through. There is a whole series of books called The Young Indiana Jones, and that was the goal of that movie, was to get rid of Harrison Ford and move Shia LaBeouf into the position, and so they could continue the series.
It didn't work out.
But Shia LaBeouf kind of went crazy after that movie.
He probably would have profited off of that series.
He for sure would have, and there would be a lot more of them. Yeah. But he kind of went off the deep end there. Just do it.
Just do
it. So yeah, but I look forward though to the next bottle that is the correct proof. We're back up to 120.
Why is that the correct proof?
Well, it's barrel proof.
Barrel proof. Yes.
Yeah,
that's proof. Enough said. You don't even have to elaborate on that.
It's not correct. It's barrel proof.
Okay, so
this doesn't make sense as a barrel. I feel like I'm being lied to.
Because of the fact it says barrel proof and it's not.
And it's 108 and it's 12 years old. That doesn't physically make sense. Like, I don't understand how.
So
that
because it doesn't make sense, therefore it can't fit.
Look, just because it identifies as a barrel proof.
I'm not saying that they're lying. I just feel like they are.
I'm not judging you, but
this is one of those things where it's like, this is so unbelievable. I just don't believe you. I don't think that they're lying. I don't. This I'm not saying they're lying about anything. I think that this is what it says it is, they believe it.
It identifies as 120. It identifies as a barrel proof.
It doesn't know that some dude was going in there adding water in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's real to them.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
But don't push that on me.
Chris believes Temple of Doom is the best.
I wouldn't push that on anybody else. I have reasons. I can give you reasons why I think Temple of Doom's the best. But I think you have a valid point. It is a little bit out there. But I'm okay with that.
For you? Huh? Do you think it is the best?
I like it. It's my favorite. I don't think it's the best one. I think it's my favorite. I think Raiders is the best.
Okay.
Because again, it sets the whole stage for everything. You know what I mean? I think in some ways you could say Crusaders is the best because he's got this whole father and son thing, and it digs a little bit more into his past, and a little bit more into the future if you think about like how it sets itself up. But I think different aspects and things. So I wouldn't say that Temple's the best. I think it's my favorite. Okay. That's a difference. You know what I mean? I think Raiders is the best.
So my thing though is that barrel proof at 108 doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. And so if I got this bottle and I didn't see the proof point written on the front of it, which is a little bit on me for not looking at the bottle, but I saw barrel proof, there's a certain expectation that I have that this is going to kind of punch me. I expect a bit of a punch. I'm looking for a gut punch here.
Yeah.
Do you think that they went because the next one they go up? Do you think they tried to go for the friendly and when they went rye and said if we do more than this, it's going to be too much?
They just decided to get rid of this stuff, and they thought it was going to work, and it didn't.
That's the thing. That's the thing that because it's barrel proof, you don't have a lot of decisions to make.
Like, it is what it is.
You're picking a barrel. So it's just, I mean, that's my thing. Like, it wasn't that they decided the next one's going to be 120 proof. It's just all the rest of them are 120 proof. This is
they might have picked it at a different place, maybe.
I mean, yeah, but it's still going to be in that range.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got the last bit of their 12-year-old 108 proof stuff and bottled it up and sold it.
I don't think there's any more.
They don't have any left. It's gone. They're like, we're not putting it in that spot ever again.
This is unique because of that. Like, and I don't think that they could do it again.
No.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think they have it.
I don't think they'd want to do it again.
No, I don't think so either. At least I hope not. I mean, maybe people really liked it.
They should try to sell it as one of those like mistake things that make it super rare. You remember that? Like where they have like those things that were like, this is super rare because they messed this part up.
Yeah. Like coins and stuff.
Yeah. Or like workbooks or games or whatever it is. And they're like, oh, we got to, and people collect it because it's like, it's a mistake. This was a mistake. Yeah. That's what they should sell this as. Like, whoops. It was 108
bottle. Yeah. Lots of great whoops.
I don't know if that works for those that are drinking it, though. Mm-hmm. And if you're drinking it,
you don't drink it. You buy it and put it on a shelf, and there's like I got 108 barrel proof.
Yeah.
This stuff
was notorious for being crappy.
It's like I no longer am paying a penny for a stamped penny kind of thing. Like that's what that feels like.
People collect anything. People collect anything. It's crazy. It's crazy the value they put on stuff.
I was playing cards over the weekend at my mom's, and we were playing a game that involves pennies. And so we had this big old thing of pennies in the drawer for this game, and we were like in a lull. And so Amy and I were looking through them, trying to find your oldest penny, and we found one weedy, one weeded penny. Yeah. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? At home, I have a whole drawer full of weeded pennies from Dad. And so I bet he went through all of this and like took a day and found all of the Wheaties and took them out because they're worth money. So they're worth something.
Yeah, they'll be worth something someday.
That's right. They're worth like 10 cents now.
Any penny's worth double. Penny. They've doubled in value.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had 1,000 pennies, man, you'd have 2,000.
You got 2,000 pennies.
Yeah. You had 1 million, you'd have 2 million.
Joke's on you, it's $20.
That's a hell of a return, though. Doubled in value.
I know.
Just the value shit.
Right.
Although I don't think my shit has value.
Penny double is still only 2 pennies.
A double penny is still only 2 pennies.
But yeah, so that's my thing with this. Is it's just not what I'm expecting. I'm looking for a punch, and I'm getting a little slap.
Little slap and tickle. Not much tickle. Like the bourbon's just really not doing much of anything. I think it'd be fine if you poured this and said, I got some Elijah Craig for you, and you didn't say anything else. I would drink it and I'd be fine with it.
You didn't say it was rye or bourbon, just Elijah
Craig rye.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to be rye, but I would be like, okay, it's good. If you told me it was 12 years, I'd laugh at you. You know what I mean? If you told me it was barrel proof, I'd laugh at you. Yeah. If you said this was 94 proof Elijah Craig rye, I'd be like, okay, it's pretty good. You know? Because that wasn't good the first time.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, you guys aren't going to like Elijah Craig rye in general. Like, there's probably no version of it that you like.
Toasted rye, I've gone through 2 or 3 bottles of.
Well, the toasted rye was good. But that was
something different. I was expecting more of this guy. And I don't know what I was expecting more of. Maybe the proof to pull up more flavor, but at the same time, I say that and I think I didn't like the normal flavor of Elijah Craig normal rye. So what would I like of barrel proof?
Well, but Elijah Craig like regular bourbon's all right, but Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbon's really good.
Well, yeah. So Elijah Craig rye is like barely. it's a barely rye. It's okay, but I can't.
It is. It's 51% rye. It is barely rye.
It's Sazerac rye in the sense that it's rye.
It's a baby rye. It's a baby rye.
Yeah, it might be in the fetus still kind of rye. Like it's barely there.
Unborn.
It's there, but
it's placenta.
Yeah, you still have to grow on the concept of it, which drives me insane because Heaven Hill does so much rye. They should do this well. But this might be the one rye that you and I have had that we're like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing?
Like Heaven Hill does do rye very well.
So what are you doing with this?
I think you're trying to make sense out of it. You're trying to be like, figure out their decision behind this. Yeah. I don't think they had one. I really think that they had this stuff and they were trying to get rid of it.
So did they produce so much of it they didn't know what to do?
I think that they just made this stuff one day and they put it back there and they never found a use for it. And then one day they were like, we've got to move this. Well, what is it? Well, it's 12-year-old and it's barrel proof. Like we're not going to, you want to proof it down? No, let's just put it in a bottle and sell it. I really think that's what it is. Yeah. I don't think there's anything. I don't think they thought about this. I don't think they planned out for this. I think they just got rid of it because it sucks. Like it's that or dump it, and at least that there's plenty of people that are going to buy it, so they made profit.
So are they trying to get rid of their rye and just keep their toasted rye? Because the toasted rye did well.
I don't know. Could be.
I think so. Here's the thing. This wasn't in our predictions at all. No. But I do have a new kind of prediction, and it's because of this glut that we have. We have so much whiskey that's just sitting there, and they need to move it. Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to have a lot more high proofs. Just because they don't want to make more, so they're not going to water it down. They just want to
be done. Yeah.
So because they have these barrels, they need to get rid of them. Right. So let's do a higher proof so that I can move 2 barrels instead of 1.
That's a good point because that's going to move product.
Yeah. And so I am curious, and maybe there was a little bit of that.
And people are always going to pay $20 more for a barrel proof. I've always said that. Yeah. I've always said you got about $20 more for a. And honestly, you get more bang for your buck.
You do.
Because you could feather that yourself. You could add some water or whatever. You could stretch it, whatever you want to do with it. Barrel proof stuff is great in cocktails. If you really like alcohol, anything barrel proof cocktail wise is like way better than regular. When you actually drink, like when you get used to drinking actual like good stuff. Yeah. And because I don't like cocktails, but if you make it with barrel proof, I'm going to like it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise it's like way too nothing. It's just sugary, whatever. But yeah, so I think that, I think that's a good point, Steve. I do think that might be something we see a lot more of, but it might just because they need to move product.
Yeah. And so
I don't blame them. They're not going to dump it.
On why that, this came out in September of 2025. That was the first barrel of this. Yeah. They've released another one already, right? Yep. Which they normally do 4 a year, right? That's kind of how they normally do their barrel proof.
They did one a year so far. 125, 126.
Oh, okay. So
so that's all they've done. Yeah.
Yeah. And we may not see it as much with rye.
You mean the rye? He's talking about the bourbon.
Bourbon releases more often.
Four times a year.
The rye they've
so we may not see this as much with rye, just because there's probably not as much rye sitting around. More of it's going to be bourbon, but I do wonder if we might see more of that kind of thing going in, and why they decided to do this. Now, I am curious on why they did it with this barrel. Again, because of it being 108 proof. You're so close to it being normal rye. Why not add a few drops of water and make it just do it, and then grab one of those other 120 barrels that is your normal barrel proof.
They couldn't sell it for $80.
Well, how much do they sell their barrel proof bourbon?
That goes up there. It gets up there. I think MSRP is probably 80, but
80, 90,
but
maybe?
but it goes up there.
Well, because I'm assuming this is going to go the same way.
But I do think that there was a time where some of their barrel proof stuff was like in the 120s or something. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it changes. I don't know. But I think if they were to water this down and sell it as like a 12-year?
Well, what would you do for that? I mean, that's a 12-year and 94 proof.
And that would really be shitty.
The 12
it would taste bad.
Because this already doesn't taste great.
I wonder if they tried it. I wonder if they tried it. I wonder if they tried to water this down and were like, ooh.
But this isn't going to work. Yeah.
What are we going to do? Yeah. I would have mixed this with some other stuff and called it a 12-year. Yeah. I would have mixed this with something that actually had some girth to it.
Some of that 120 proof, put this in it, make it 112 and call it a day. Or call it 117 or whatever.
117 and then be like, this is a 12-year-old. Yeah. It's not barrel proof, it's blended. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I would have done with it.
But hey, we're not them. So
people will buy it. And that's the thing, is they probably sold all of it.
People bought it.
They made their money.
And again, the next barrel is that 120 or whatever.
But if you think about it, they're still successful, because now I want to try the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
So they got two out of me. You know what I mean?
I don't know that I want to.
You don't?
No. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think you're the right clientele for this bottle.
I want to try one. Would you try one for $80 there, Steve?
Yes.
I would too.
You would?
For 120 proof? I want this.
Would you try it for 80? Would you buy it for 80?
I'd buy it. Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least get a glass of it. Like I'd pay for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to try. I would love to try it side by side with this. I'd love to have 120 some proof Elijah Craig rye right now and try it. And maybe that sucks too. I don't know, but at least we'd know. Yeah. I want to know. I'd like to find out.
That would be the last one I buy. If the 120, if I try the 120
if that sucks, we're
and
done.
I don't like
that sucks,
then I'm done.
Then you're done.
Yeah. And if this one was 120 and it tasted like this, I wouldn't want to buy another one. The reason I want to buy another one is because this one is an outlier.
For the hopes that it's something more.
This is something
That's
weird.
A good point. If this was 120 and we had the same, like didn't like it, I would be done.
Then I wouldn't want to know.
I definitely wouldn't. Normal. I definitely wouldn't be like, I want to try that 108 one.
No.
I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah. But Elijah Craig barrel proof, especially when you get the real proofy ones, it's good stuff. Like the bourbon, it's real good stuff. Yeah. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, Elijah Craig barrel proof is good, But this one's not. It's not.
Yeah, this one's not.
But it's been fun to drink it and talk about it and smoke some
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge, yeah.
It sucks that it didn't go well.
Yeah, it did not pair.
It didn't pair. We usually do pair.
I don't know what would have paired with this though, because
nothing really.
It's just so thin.
It's maybe I guess a basic. Hell, you could have done an aromatic. Might have been nice with this.
Right.
And I don't do that very often.
Some cherry bomb.
Yeah, cherry bomb. I kept Captain Black. Now you know what, Sir Walter Raleigh, aromatic. An old codger blend. Yeah. That would have been good. And everybody would have said it smelt good. But yeah, I don't know. It's been palatable of an experience. I've enjoyed it.
And I'm gonna finish my glass. I don't despise it. Yeah, it's not like it's trash. It's just not what I wanted in this bottle.
Yeah, it's not like some of the American single malts that I've had, and I'm like, I don't even want to finish this. You know what I mean? It's drinkable. It's definitely not. But look, we're judging this because it's $80, and it's touting, it's boasting it's Barrel Proof Rye, and it's none of those. It's none of these things. It's not worth $80. It's not rye really, and it's not barrel proof.
But for a non-rye drinker,
it is 12 years, I guess. But I'm not like, wow, this is smooth. You know what I mean? Wow, this has got some nice. All the edges are softened. No, it's actually not. Like I couldn't tell the difference between this and a 4-year.
Now I will say, I don't know that you will like the 120 proof version of this.
I might not.
Because it's
not going to be rye.
It's still a pretty light rye.
It's going to be a light rye. It's just going to be a high fruit.
I think I'll like it. I think I'll still enjoy it because it'll have rye essence, but it won't be. And for me, it's probably still will punch me a little bit, but it's still going to be a I'm not boxing. It's going to be a fairly light punch, but
shadow boxing.
I'm still going to be. It's what I'm looking for.
You're hitting the bag,
so I know what I'm getting. Yeah, and for me, that's probably about what I'm wanting. Because when you get to that really high proof plus a rye,
it gets to be a lot.
And so for me, that's not what I'm looking for every day.
I like a lot. I like that.
But not everybody does.
I like it a lot.
I like it sometimes. A lot.
But so Watershed Rye compared to this.
What about
it? You can't compare them. Why would you even?
I got no comparison.
Yeah, there's no. You can't compare it.
But why? Why?
Because they're flavored completely different. They're both older, but you
got 9 to 12.
9 to 12.
But you also have 140 something to 108.
Yeah. Your proof is different. Your mash bill is different. It's an actual rye.
Thank you.
Like it's a full rye.
That's like me drawing a picture and comparing it to the Starry Night.
Right, yeah.
Okay, it's just not the same.
Oh, but the reason I ask that is because for a while now, Chris and I have said rye is going to become the next big thing. It's definitely
it's growing in popularity. Right? Yeah. You can't say it has.
Right. It has an incline going up.
Yeah.
But when you see rye on a label as a non-rye drinker, your immediate thought is, oh, hell no.
But it's Elijah Craig. You know Elijah Craig. You've had Elijah Craig.
I know, but the listeners don't quite understand there's a rye difference.
Yeah, no, I know that. But they've had a bourbon. They've had Elijah Craig bourbon. They've been a fan of Elijah Craig bourbon for a long time.
Right.
Now they want to try a rye. Oh, I know Elijah Craig. I know their bourbon. I'll try their rye.
Why?
And so because they know their bourbon.
So
and
you know the name.
Yeah, I know the name.
Okay.
I'll give that a try.
Okay. So
they'll try it and they'll probably like it because they're new to rye.
Okay.
So it's a light rye. It's your bridge rye. This is your entry level.
I think for
rye.
those people, they might like it quite a bit, other than the fact of the proof point.
Which is exactly who Elijah Craig is going for.
Which is why
they're bourbon drinkers.
I think a 12-year-old Elijah Craig rye at 120 proof sells.
For a non-rye drinker, it sells.
Yeah, well, yeah, for but it sells. You know what I mean? I just don't think this one does. But I actually think it sells probably even more. You know what I mean?
Not this one, but everyone else does.
Yeah, but I don't think that like you said, I don't think me and Nick would like it either way.
No, I don't think I would.
Yeah,
I probably will never buy another bottle of this because I was so my hope was Elijah Craig rye normal sucks. Elijah Craig toasted rye better. I was hoping this was the third step up.
But you know why we like Elijah Craig toasted?
Yeah, but it's only 108 proof. Yeah. So that's the thing. If you're looking,
I didn't look at the proof. I just looked at barrel. I just looked at barrel proof. That's what I went
saying.
For.
Yeah. But we also liked Elijah Craig rye toasted because of the toast, not because of the rye.
You think that's what it is? I really don't know what it is.
I remember drinking that and being like, I really like this. It's not like rye, but I like it the way that I would like other whiskey. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We didn't look at it as a rye. We looked at something else.
You remember that?
Yeah.
We didn't. We were like, this is really good. It's unique. It's different. It's not rye.
It's unique. It's different.
Yeah, we looked at it as a whiskey. Yeah. We didn't look at it as a rye. This one, we're really kind of judging as a rye. And it's not.
It's not. Yeah. It's good.
It's fallen short of a rye.
As a whiskey, it's okay.
As a whiskey, it's really good. It's really not okay for the price.
As a rye,
I don't care if it's 12 years old or not. It sucks. But yeah, I think if this was 120 proof for a whiskey, it's okay. Yes. I think that's how I would feel about it. I don't think it would knock my socks off. I even think Steve would be like, it's good. You know what I mean? I don't think he would pay $80 for it. I think he would like to try it, but he'd be like, I wouldn't pay $80 for it. I think that's what you would say. But the
I will
bourbon,
never be a Elijah Craig collector. Like I'm not going to buy every one every year or anything like that.
you know what I like about Elijah Craig?
Never been my
I
thing,
like to try to get the ones that were the highest proof you could get because it was like freaking gasoline back in the day. You know, you got 140 some proof Elijah Craig, some of the hottest shit out there. Besides, Stag Junior or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it was up there. It was like one of the highest ones you can get. Now you can get a lot of stuff that it's high proof, but
Larceny barrel proof.
I'm talking like 7-8 years ago, something like that. When before
when we said barrel proof was coming out,
actually more than 7 or 8 years ago, because Henry wasn't even born yet. I was going after this, like I was like looking for the highest proof Elijah Craig I could get. I loved it. It was good. I was like, man, this stuff is like firewater, like literally, But I wasn't doing it so much for the taste. Taste was okay. I was doing it because it was decently tasting and it was high proof. You know what I mean? Like it was freaking gasoline, and I liked it, and I still like it. I still have a pretty high proof out there. Elijah Craig. I should look at that one. I don't know. It's high up there.
I finished all of mine. I think I have a Larceny barrel.
I've got a Larceny as well. Yeah, I got a few out there.
But yeah.
So for me,
There's a lot. Yeah.
I would call this bottle a dud.
Yeah, this is a dud. Who paid for this?
Sorry about that.
Wasn't me. Was that Nick?
Steve? What was that, Steve? Come on.
Unfortunately, I think I would probably call the Cedar Ridge one, the last one we had, also a dud.
Really?
But the flip side to it is that's the kind of dud I'm looking for. And so like that's a different category of dud. Like some duds are man, I'm really mad at this.
It didn't purport to be something it wasn't.
Exactly.
It just wasn't. It just lacked a finish.
It just wasn't for me. That's all that
wasn't for me. Yes.
Yeah. And so like I don't feel bad for it or anything else. It's just this is not what I would be looking for. And if I got it,
we said we wouldn't be upset if we got it and we tried it. This one, I think if I paid $80 for it, I would be upset.
And if that one was $80, I would be a little bit more upset. It was for $55. It's different, For this one at $80, I'm a little upset. But yeah, so I would call this one a bit of a dud because of that, but not so much that I wouldn't try the next one. Only because again, this one is an outlier at that proof point.
You know what they should have done with this? They should have bottled this as Elijah Craig 12-year rye. That's it. And then not touch the proof.
As a limited edition, kind of like
just as a 12-year rye. Yeah. And I think that if we'd gotten this as an Elijah Craig 12-year rye, we still wouldn't like it.
No, I don't know that I would have bought it.
I would have understood what it was.
I think I would, but the fact that they put barrel proof on there as the big thing and they just put 12 at the bottom, it changes it, right? And all of a sudden it's like it's not what it's supposed to be. But if they had just said 12-year rye, period, the end, and then they didn't touch the proof and it just came in at 108, whatever, that's what it is. I think I would have been able to swallow it a little bit more and be like, okay, it's a 12-year-old rye from Elijah Craig. I don't like it, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a barrel proof and it sucks like at 108, you're just like, this is not. I think that's where they messed up. It should have came out as like a special release, kind of a 12-year rye, and they should have been one and done and then moved on. Then they could have done a barrel proof rye later on. But that's what they messed up. They shouldn't have put barrel proof. They should have put 12-year rye. That's it.
Marketing does matter.
Yeah,
and
marketing matters.
They switched up the marketing.
They messed it up on this one.
If they would have reversed it, I still don't think I would like it. Like you
I would like it, but I would understand it.
But I wouldn't be as upset about it.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what this is. It's 12-year rye. It's a light rye. It doesn't really taste like 12 years, but okay, whatever. I wouldn't even have thought about the proof. It would have just been like, okay, it's 108. And I think we would have been like, wow, that really drinks lower than 108. That's what we would have said. That's a low proof 108. You know what I mean? That's all we would have said about it. You know what I mean? They would have been like, we don't like it. That would have been it.
I'm kind of going to slide back into, hopefully a short tangent, back into this fits my idea that we have too much shit. We have to get rid of it and it sucks.
I think that's exactly what we all agree at this point, that that's what they were doing.
It's not a money grab. It's a loss of passion. We have too much shit.
Now that's where I disagree. The passion doesn't change.
Yeah, I don't think it's a passion thing.
But what passion is in this?
Distilling is distilling.
If you got it, you got it. It's still a business. Business is a thing, whether you like it or not.
Here's the thing. This is what it comes down to.
These are not starving artists.
Loyalty. There are artists that I love their work. There's some of the stuff that they painted I don't like. That doesn't mean I hate the artist. There's authors that I love their work. Some of the stuff that they've written, I cannot stand it. That doesn't mean I don't like the artist. Does that mean he was less passionate when he wrote those books, or less passionate when he drew those or painted those pictures? No. Some things hit and some things don't. It all comes down to like and that's what it's artistry. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're on it, sometimes you're not. But if you are so like fair weather as to, I really like it, or you made something I didn't like, I don't like it anymore, and you don't have any passion, and it sucks, and everything sucks. I don't think that that's a good position to be at. I think that you need to understand that some people can't do things 100% all the time. I don't think Heaven Hill is less passionate because they came out with, so they made something and they decided to sell it. I think it's better because if you're an artist and you're to paint something that most people don't like and you destroy it, I think that's worse because that's art. Don't destroy it, right? There's somebody who's going to enjoy that art. And I think there's probably people that enjoy this. So I think, look, I don't think it's a passion problem. I think even if they were like, we're getting rid of this, it's not what we want, it's not up to our standards, it still doesn't mean that they weren't passionate when they made it. Right. And it doesn't make it a money grab. They're a business. At the end of the day, what do you want them to dump bourbon? That's a travesty. Look, if there was no bourbon in the world, I'd still drink the shit out of this, right? Because I like, whiskey, I guess I should say. But I like whiskey. I still think this has more passion than most things. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think
the only way it would go to like no passion is if they were closing their doors. And then they were selling all of their stuff off and just doing a flash sale. Honestly, if they sold this for $50 because they were closing their doors, doing like just a final sale sort of thing, I hate those sales. I hate those flash end of company sales because that is saying my shit isn't worth anything. So let's just get rid of it so I can try to, pay back the bank whatever I can.
But you also, you can't even disagree with. I do the same thing in that position, right? Mm-hmm. What I think of lack of passion is white labeling. True white labeling, I can't get behind it. Yeah, okay. That is a lack of passion because you aren't even an artist. You are a forgery. Yeah. That's all that is.
Yeah, you're just a reseller.
Yeah, you are literally buying somebody else's art and selling it as your own. That is the worst kind of thing. But so I really just don't like that idea that it's a money grab. I don't think it is. It's a lack of passion. I don't think it is. So, is it getting rid of product that they made that they might not be the most proud of? Yeah, but you know what? There's people out there for that. Yeah. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I would do the same thing. If I were to make tables, I know that some would be better than others, especially like, with material or whatever. Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm going to just like burn the ones that suck. I'm still going to sell them. Right. That doesn't mean my passion's any less. You know what I mean? I think that some collectors might appreciate those shitty pieces more. Again, that's what I was saying with this one. Like, this could be something that people appreciate. This was our 108 barrel proof. You know what I mean? What the whoops? Okay. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, but yeah, I don't think that's a lack of passion. And I don't think that it's a money grab. I just don't. I don't see it as that.
It's fair.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Gentlemen, next time we'll try a non-dud.
A non-dud.
Yep. That's where our goal is here.
Our goal is that.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll see.
Till next time.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want more great content and other perks, be sure to support the show by clicking the link in the show notes. We can be reached on our website, whiskeychaserspod.com, with any ideas for the show. Thanks again.